Alright guys, welcome back to another mission. Cracker of a day today. It's the start of the Tahr rut, so we're heading fairly deep into the mountains. Got my wife Ari with us today, and Luna and Judge. We're missioning in 6 kilometers, gonna set up camp. Just an overnight, a weekend mission this one, but we're gonna try and see if we can get up into the snow, bag ourselves a bull Tahr. Right, let's go. So we're just heading in. We've come about, what, 5 or 6 Ks now, eh? Yep, just cruising on up, and we've just got to the spot where we reckon we're going to find a good campsite. So just having a good look around. There's some pretty decent spots here, but just not quite flat enough. So probably going to pop down to here, set the tent up, then I'll get all set up, gear up, and just head straight up into the mountains up here. Hopefully get up into some snow pretty much, and try and find ourselves a bull Tahr. I've never been in this exact area before. This is my first time in here, but I've been in areas pretty close to this. The walk-in wasn't too bad, pretty steady following a track most of the way. So we've seen a little bit of sign around so far, not heaps, but let's get set up and get stuck into it. So camp's all set up, collected some firewood, so once I get back we'll have the fire going and dinner on pretty quickly. But 4 o'clock now, so it took a wee while longer than we expected to get in here. So generally when we're out Tahr hunting, we aim to spend 2 nights in here, because the first night we're working out the area, sussing out where the Tahr are coming down to feed, and then on the second night we go place ourselves in an area where we know they're feeding, wait for them to come down, and then get them later on in the evening. But today we don't have that advantage because we're only in for 1 night, so I'm going to have to use all of the knowledge that I have to get myself into a position where I believe they'll be coming down to feed, and then set myself up to take one. The country in here is relatively good going at the moment. She's not too steep, but there's no Tahr sign down here. We're at about 1300 meters where the camp's set up. I'm aiming to sort of get up to 1700 today, this evening, and have a good look around. So fingers crossed we're at the right place at the right time. Looks like a pretty promising valley up here anyway. So I've shot a decent amount of Tahr now, so probably only going to pull the trigger on something if it's 10 years old or 13.5 inches. So the chances are pretty slim, but definitely worth coming in for a look anyway. Alright, looks like we're getting into some good Tahr country now. This is epic. Alright, so from here with the spotting scope, I'm pretty certain we're going to be able to spot some Tahr, and then it's going to come down to whether or not I can get up there quick enough. We've got about 1.5 hours left to shooting light. It's about 1.7 k's up to the head there, and that's where those big bulls are going to be, just up in that snow line there. Alright, let's get the spotting scope out, work out what's around, and then make a plan. Alright, so we've just pulled the spotting scope out at this spot here. Spotted a heap of Tahr up there. The Tahr are right up just on the snow line right up here. We're about 1.4 k's away. There's probably a dozen nannies. There's a few bulls in there. Two of the bulls sort of look definitely that 12 plus and at least 5 years old, with capes like that, and they're fully puffed out too, so they're definitely rutting at the moment. Now I've got to plan a bit of a stalk here. If I'm correct again, I reckon they'll be coming down a little bit lower to feed. So if I can sneak up this gut here, get myself to that scree there, there's a pretty decent chance that they should be within shooting range by the time I sneak all the way up there. And it is freezing up here. at the moment. It's only going to get colder. She's definitely in the negatives. There's just permafrost everywhere. Right, so just as I've said, I can see one of those bull tahr coming down now. So hopefully, by the time I creep into that corner, they will be right down by that screen. It shouldn't be too bad of a shot if they're decent. So I can see them with my naked eye just coming down there now. And I'm planning to get to here. So I'm going to have to stay real low on the creek here. Creep around. Lie down up there. Get myself into position. Oh, here's two bulls coming down now. This is perfect. This is perfect. And they're going to keep coming. So I just need to creep. Get myself set up. Hopefully don't run into like 3 bulls coming down now. All 3 of them. Alright, so just creeping my way up now. The wind's in my favour perfectly. It's 5:15. The sun's going to set about 6. So if I can get to there, get set up, should be able to have a really good look. Decide if I'm going to shoot one or not, and then get a shot away. Alright, so I've just been evaluating these bulls for about 35 minutes now. Unfortunately, none of them are the one that I want to shoot. They're good young bulls, and in a few more years they'll be really good, but maybe 12 inches if they're lucky. For now, we're going to leave these ones to grow, get back to camp, have a steak for dinner, settle in for the night. We'll get back into it tomorrow, see what else we can find. So that's the first day done and dusted. Good to see a few tahr in the first catchment that we looked in. Going to head back and have a steak that we're going to cook on a bit of scree and get straight back into it tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to go even deeper into the mountains and see if we can find that old bull tahr. It's definitely well hot enough, especially by that edge over there. It's perfect. Alrighty. Now we're going to quickly season our steak with some wild salt rocks. These go, oh, Novus. It's not supposed to be like that. Stitch up. And then we've got some broccolini and zucchini. Right, let's get these steaks on there, eh? Ready? Steak number 1, steak number 2. Beautiful. How do you want yours? Medium rare?
Yep. Medium rare.
Alright, Ari. I reckon dinner is just about done. Broccolini, zucchini and porterhouse steak.
Yum.
Look good, Judge? He's a cruiser, this fella. Alright, here we go. Get into a bit of the steak, eh? See what we reckon off the rocks. A little bit smoky, eh? Bit of a smoky flavour, but pretty mean. No, that's real good. I'm going to do that every time now. It takes a bit longer though, but well, it takes a bit longer to get it all up and up to heat. But it actually wasn't too bad. That took us 40 minutes from the time we started the fire to on the plate. Can't really complain with that too much. Got plenty of time, got nothing else to do in here. That is good. Good morning, guys. It's the morning of day 2 now. We're straight up and back into it. It's about 20 minutes till sunrise right now, so it's golden now. There's quite a bit of hunting in the scrub down on the creek bed on the way up there as well. So if we see a deer, it'd be good to get a bit of venison. Also, there could be pigs in here or wallabies. On my way out, if I see a wallaby, I'll definitely shoot it. But we're heading about 5 k's upriver this morning, and then just going to try and get up into the next catchment, get right up high, see if we can work out where some more tahr are, find out if there's any worth shooting. So for now, we're just going to keep on marching, get up there as quickly as possible. It's 7:15 now, about 20 minutes till sunrise. I hope to be up there by about 9:30. Alright, we're about halfway up to where we want to get to now, and it is looking super promising. Pretty good walking too. It's not taking too long. The sun will have only just risen about 15 minutes ago, and we're about 3 k's from camp now, so carry on marching. It's pretty promising. A little bit of a, I wouldn't really call that a rock bivvy, but someone might. I've obviously cracked it, so that's pretty promising. A few Tahr jaws around. Alright, so I've just spotted our first bull Tahr for the morning. Had a few nannies with him. He is up in the bluffs just up there. Just cruising around. They're not really too worried about me, which is good. But he looks very similar to the ones yesterday, so I'm going to keep on heading up into the snow, see what else pops up on our way up there. Make sure we have a real good look at these bulls on our way, but I'm sure that he won't be the only one. Alright, so we've just got up to the head of this valley, and man, it looks good up here. This is prime bull Tahr country. I've just spotted a good bull up there. I put him on the camera, but he just walked out of sight as I had him on camera. I'm guessing he was definitely looking like he'd be up around that 13-inch mark, which is pretty ideal, but he's going to be very inaccessible up there. But I've only just started looking, so I pretty much spotted that one straight away. Now we're going to glass all of this here, see what else we can find. Alright, so we've just had a good look around in the head of this valley, and wowee, it's an epic spot for Tahr. First time in here, spotted over 50 Tahr, assessed, well in total, about 8 or 9 bulls, assessed 4 or 5 today. There was a couple there that were in between 12 and 13 inches, just in these faces up here. They were all sort of only 650 yards away. Awesome to see them, they're definitely rutting. It's only the first weekend of May. Pretty epic weekend, can't complain with that at all. Just good to get away and get out here, check out some new country and get a bit of fitness in while we're at it too. So that pretty much sums it up, guys. Unless I see something on the way out that's worth shooting, I'll definitely shoot a deer for some venison if I see one. But apart from that, we'll catch us later and catch you on the next one.